Welcome to Golgor's Pack Cracks. Today we're doing something a little bit different, and I'm going to be looking through all the cards we picked for our Chaos Cube in the month of January. First off, I'm just going to kind of sort them all out into color, just so we can take a look and see how many we have of each color, and how many multicolor and colorless cards we have. This is the first time I'm making a cube by myself. My only cube that I have before this is a Pauper 2 to 4 player cube. I've only played with it a few times, but I've played a lot of Draft, mostly on Arena, and occasionally in person. So overall, I understand the basic concept of what a cube needs to be, being its own self-contained draft environment. And one of the most important parts about a draft environment is that the cards are balanced and fun to play together. One of the most important elements is that there is a good representation of all the different colors. Okay, so after I've had a chance to kind of sort through everything, it looks like we have 2 white cards, 5 blue cards, 6 black cards, 4 red cards, 7 green cards, 2 colorless cards, and 9 multicolor cards. And 1 extra basic land that's a forest that just looks really nice. This doesn't exactly look balanced right now, but there's opportunity later for us to balance this more. Why don't we take a look at this in a different way? Since we looked at this by color, now it's time for us to look at this by mana cost. So I'm going to start from 0 all the way up to, I believe, 7. Making sure that the cube has a healthy curve will ensure that players during the draft will have access to a healthy curve as well, meaning that their decks will be able to play every single turn. I don't think it's super important that right now the cube be perfect or even be close to perfect. My goal right now is to kind of take a look at this and see what kind of cards we might need in the future so I can make better decisions going forward into the next month. This also gives me some insight if I want to add a few cards just from the bulk that we didn't choose from so far this past month, because I do plan on adding at least 3 cards to this list. This will just kind of help me make those decisions. After sorting this out, we have 1 basic land at 0, 3 cards at 1, 11 cards at 2, 7 cards at 3, 6 cards at 4, 3 cards at 5, 3 cards at 6, and 2 cards at 7. Overall, I think the spread is actually pretty good to start. Maybe want a few more 1-drops in the future, but so far, it's looking pretty good. Okay, now I want to look at this from one last angle before we move on. The third angle that I want to look at this from is from strategies. So the first strategy that I'm pulling up right now is all the cards that would fit into a Aristocrat strategy. This is a strategy that I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about before, as it's one of my favorite strategies in the game. It's often black-white, but sometimes had some red cards played into it as well. Currently, we have 5 cards that fit into this category. The second category I want to look at is something that's land-based. We only have 2 cards so far, but I think this is something that we can build on in the future. Next, we have cards that work well with shapeshifters or many different creature types. Don't know if that's going to ever build into something, but it's an option for the future. We also have goblins in red and black as a strategy option as well. Goblins are a favorite of mine. I love playing Kranko in Commander, and I think it'd be fun. And a spell slinger strategy, which we only have 1 card of so far, but I plan on changing that. The last strategy that I think we have is a tap and untap strategy that we potentially can continue to grow. Still, only 2 cards so far. Beyond strategies, we also have cards that just serve basic functions. This first set of cards, which we have 6 of, serve the function of removal. They all remove cards in various ways, from counter spells to enchantments to just straight up destroy effects. We also have 2 cards currently that help us draw cards. We also have 2 cards that help us ramp. This itself could become a strategy later on, but these cards really don't work well together right now. And lastly, we have a large group of cards that really don't fit into any strategy, but they're cards that I liked along the way, and they can help develop into a better strategy in the future. These are cards that we can add to other cards in later to develop a strategy that exists, or find ways to better fit them into current strategies that we've already included. Overall, I'm happy with the cube now, and let's go ahead and put it into this box. It's an old box of Innistrad that I've been had around for quite a while. It's literally falling apart, but we're just going to keep the cube in here for now, so we don't crowd up the little deck box I've been putting things into. Please let me know how you felt about this little bit more long-form video and Please let me know how you felt about this long-form video in the comments. If you want to see more content like this, like and follow for more. Stay tuned for tomorrow when we open up another pack on day 32, and you might even see one extra video of me sorting all the cards from January, where we will pick 3 extra cards to go into this cube. Stay for the end, and you'll see what cards they are.